Hey yo, what's up? Welcome back everyone to DigiDaily. It's very hot today, so I'm probably not going to be recording for very long. Sorry about that. I'm about to just leave the fan on in my room while I record and just hope that my my little noise gate can just cut it out because I can't do it anymore. So, good news is little fairy baby. She's so cute. We got her at 1. This is not easy to maintain. It wasn't hard getting here, but it's getting harder to maintain just because every time I feed her, you know, she gains a bit of weight. So really, honestly, I found something out about this game. I think it generates a certain pattern depending on what you pick first. So I've been, excuse me, I've been mashing A, right? And sorry, I've been mashing A, and through mashing A, more often than not, I'll get a really good score because it's kind of like it's cycling through. It looks like 3 or maybe 3, and most of them are ones where I win. There's one of them where it's all just 1. This first one, and this might be one of them. And oh, well, that one's the last one, but still. I think that's what it does. I think it generates the pattern based on whatever you pick first. So if you just mash, you can do pretty well, which is good. So that's all settled. I don't know when she's going to evolve, but, you know, I just got to keep her at, you know, level 1. So that is kind of that. Haven't had my match today, but yes, you heard me correctly. I'm not out of losers yet, surprisingly. I won back-to-back. And no one was against Shaheem. I can't remember who else I battled. It was a newer person. But I won against those two. Thankfully, they were classic battles. I'm still getting, you know, as you saw yesterday, I am getting used to shaking it. And I am getting consistent mega hits, but it still kind of makes me, like, nervous. And I tend to choke in times like this, so yeah. In other news, yesterday I decided to go digging through some like old stuff I had in storage, and by storage I mean just a big old bin of stuff I put away. And there was some stuff in there that I was like really surprised that I put away that I just don't remember putting away. One of them was the, I think it was Titan class. No, it wasn't Titan class, Mega class. The really big ass Starscream from back in Transformers Cybertron. If you know, you know. My mom got me that for Christmas years ago. She got me one and my brother one. And I have one in my room right now. But that was the other one I guess I put away. And it has seen better days. The rubber bits have like bent because I stored it improperly, but that's something you can fix with a bit of heat and some practice and some patience. So that's NBD, but that one's like completely all together, which is good because I know the one up here is missing some things. I also found my other dual disc. I have been looking for this damn thing for years now. I swear to you guys, I've been looking for this thing for years. Never knew where I put it, and that's where I ended up putting it. It was in there, and it's so I have 2 dual discs. I have the original one from like the Battle City arc, and then I have the Academy dual disc, which was my favorite because I just like the sleek look of it. And I finally found it. That one also a little bent, which is kind of sad, but hey, what are you gonna do? And I found some other stuff. So the other stuff is that I'm gonna show you in order of like interest. So first, I found this, which I was looking for kind of the other day, honestly. This is, can't see it. This is a rechargeable battery for the original Game Boy Advance, and I actually had. Oh, that's like corroded. That's not good. I had a feeling it would be like that anyway. Ooh, I think I can clean that up, but the battery is probably useless. It's really like not planning on using this. It's kind of stupid to be using a old rechargeable battery when you can just a lot of options you can do for old Game Boy Advances. But the thing I wanted to mention is the fact that I didn't know this until like recently, but my childhood Game Boy Advance is the Platinum one, and I didn't know until recently that that's actually like a super hard to find, rare kind of variant of the Game Boy, and I kind of feel bad because mine's not in the best shape. But I mean, what you gotta do? There's a lot of people whose childhood Game Boys do not look very good. That's just kind of what happens. But it does make me feel a little bad because it's just like, wow, this thing is like pretty like rare, hard to find and rare and expensive. And that was my Game Boy. Like that was my Game Boy Advance. It was the platinum one, which pretty cool. So yeah, that was just a little thing. This is interesting because he looks a bit off, but I'm pretty sure this is official because it's got all the stuff. He doesn't look it on camera, actually, at least from what I'm seeing in my viewfinder. He's looking actually very normal as far as coloring, but he's a lot greener than he's supposed to be. It's staying true. This is from the Pokemon Burger King, the infamous toy line. This is probably one of the best ones they ever made. I really like this one. I have a Dragonite on my keys. Yeah, just got a special delivery. I ordered this along with another one the other day, but my Game Boy Player disc and my copy of Pac-Man vs. Pac-Man World, Pac-Man vs. and Pac-Man World 2, I don't know where it is, which is a little scary. Hopefully it's at another place that I think it's at. If it's not, then I'll start to worry. But let's get back to this. He looks greener when he's not under fluorescent light. It's weird. Yeah, under this light bulb, he looks like what color he should be. But under normal lighting, he kind of looks like shiny Sandshrew, where he's like greener. And it's weirding me out. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, I love this thing. I love Sandshrew. Sandshrew's one of my favorite Pokemon, so that's cool. Here's on to something that I think a lot of you guys will like. Now, I own a... as you all know, I own a... What do I own? I own a detector. Sorry, I'm having massive brain farts right now. The heat is getting to me. I own a detector, and I owned a few cards. I found one recently just lying around. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere up here, though. But I recently found some more detector cards. So these cards, this was apparently also like a card game that you played. See, there's like special effect, discard one card from your Digilife deck and Digivault. I never played the card. I don't think anyone really played the card. They really bought it for these codes. You put these codes into the... See, DT34. You put these codes into the detector and you get the Digimon. So if you were to put this code in, if you own a detector, put this code in and you get Wormmon. But I'd wait before you start pausing the video and putting codes in because there's some really cool Digimon in here that I totally forgot I had. So we have Wormmon. We have Nanimon. I remember this one. We have Vegemon. We have Arukenimon. I know him, but I don't remember how to pronounce his name, so I probably butchered that. We have ya boy, Gallantmon. That's for you. That's for you, Uni. And then we have Rapidmon. Excuse me. Very cool. Hopefully the codes are visible. Hopefully it's not too blurry. Then we have Beelzebumon Blast Mode. Sick as hell. I love Blast Mode. Such a cool Digimon. We'll be getting him shortly. Not today, but we'll get him soon. Probably tomorrow's episode. I'll show him off. And then we have Serafimon, another one of my favorites. And Paildramon, but we got one more. Imperiodramon, but in Dragon mode. This just says Imperiodramon, doesn't say like Imperiodramon Dragon mode or anything like that. I don't know if the Fighter mode card says Fighter mode. I remember back in the day, my friend had a Gallantmon Crimson mode card, and I was very jealous of that. Not too sure if that code would work on the version 1 detector though. Last but certainly not least, I found this. This was like the most, what's the word, baffling discovery, because I've just kind of had this in this bin for probably 15 years, give or take, maybe longer. And it's really important, and thank God it was at least in this bin and not lying around anywhere else where it could have gotten messed up, because they're in pretty good quality, all things considered. This is a pretty I don't know the origin of this either. I live near a pretty dope farmer's market slash flea market, so I think maybe this purchase was from there. But at the same time, I think that this might have been a gift or something from my uncle who used to be in the Air Force, so he's been around the world, and one of the places that he has been to is Japan. So I really don't know, but I will show you now because I believe I'm led to believe these are all legitimate. And you're gonna see what I mean in a second, because some of these cards are like pretty, I mean, at least two of them that I can tell immediately are definitely some cool cards. And that is this bag, okay? Now you can't really see the bag, but on the top there is a little medal, and the medal says Pokemon Center Osaka. The bag is adorned with Bulbasaur, and again, this is Pokemon Center Osaka. Inside, I'm only going to pull out like a small stack. It's a lot of cards, honestly. Like, I would say easily over, definitely over 100, but maybe even over 200. This is just one stack. The stack would probably be about this long. In the bag, it's like, I have to put it like diagonally in the bag. And these are old, OG Pocket Monster card game, 1996. Japanese cards. So again, I'm led to believe these are official. I loved this card back. In Japan, they changed the card back like at least like 3 or 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. But this one I remember seeing a lot as a kid. I love this. And yeah, this is something I don't want to thumb through again, because I did it like last night, and I saw like again some of the rarer cards and freaked out. I don't know what in here is like super duper rare. I think it's mostly like commons and uncommons. I don't think anything in here is like rare. There's definitely no hollows, sadly. This is a pretty nuts like thing, just as like fine laying around. Like I said, I'm led to believe these are legitimate because it's in a bag. The bag says Pokemon Center Osaka on it. It has the seal on it. I'm gonna assume that either someone bought the cards and then put them in this bag, or this was like a grab bag that they were selling. You open it up and there's just a bunch of random cards in it. Back when, you know, the game was fairly new, or maybe even when these were a bit older and they were just selling off old stock. I really don't know the origin of this thing. I know I had it when I was younger, but I just don't remember like where I got it from. It was either the farmer's market or I got it from like my uncle or something, like I said. So let's go on to the first card. I already have it on the top. You probably already saw it for a second. But the first card here that we have is Yellow Cheek Pikachu, which is nuts. And I feel bad touching it with my grubby little hands. I know this card doesn't go for as much as it used to back in the day. And I don't think this is like the rarest version of the card you can get. But I mean, like, that's pretty crazy that, let me keep it like there. It's just pretty crazy that this is in here. Like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, I hope there's like a Yellow Cheek Pikachu in here or something like that. And then boom, there was. The second card I'm going to show you is another card that I was hoping to find, because they were like, mostly these cards have a lot of doubles in here. Most of them are like the gym leader cards. There's a lot of trainer cards in here, which I don't mind because I love the trainer cards just because of their art. There's a lot of classic art in here, like the one Voltorb where it's like purple and stuff. The classic Cubone card of him like crying at night, that one's in here too. So there are like some classic, you know, arts in here. But again, I'm not super savvy on like old Pokemon cards and their rarities and like what is like super crazy to have and what isn't. I just could tell these first two right off the bat. And of course, it's Yellow Cheek Pikachu and this one, which again, if this is these, I don't know, because these could be fake. They could be. There's a chance, a slight chance, very small chance, just given all the evidence that I have. But this is a very infamous card. This is the trainer card Misty's Tears. And I was like hoping and this was in here just because like this is such an infamous card. I don't think it goes for much anymore. I know there was a hot second where it was selling very, you know, crazily just because like people were finding out about it and whatnot. So this is a banned card because obviously if you look at it, Misty looks naked. This card was censored in the West. I forgot what they did exactly. I think they just either removed Misty outright or they did something with the art. They definitely changed it. Yeah, Misty's Tears. I own it. And it's funny because I remember watching videos about this and I remember seeing it. Like, I remember, like, having it. Like, I was like, is that really banned? And then, yeah, because this is the Japanese one. So here you just have this Voltorb. It's Lieutenant Heritage Voltorb. Erica, right? Tangrowth. Oddish. Dratini. Rhydon. Oh, no. Yeah, right. No. Rhyhorn. Onyx, Sandshrew, I love this card. Oh yeah, that's the Voltorb card I was talking about. That one's, I know that one's just that art is pretty not rare, but that art is pretty famous. This picture, nice cool picture of Team Rocket. I love this Psyduck. I had an English version of this. Magmar, Ekans, Nidoran, Kakuna. Got a trainer card. We got you. I had this one too, I think in English. But yeah, like you see, there's a lot of doubles in here. Most of these seem like they're commons. Look at that mouth. You know, I don't want to, like I said, thumb through these. I want to get a nice binder, and I want to get some penny sleeves and some good sleeves, and put these cards away in a nice binder so they can stay in relatively good condition, because all of these are pretty good condition. None of the edges are flared on most of them. There's like one on the back that was. I love this card. I've never seen this before. Sabrina with a Master Ball. I really like Sabrina. Love me my spooky girls. Like, I feel like you guys should know that now. This is the Cubone card I was talking about. Again, like the famous card. And I like they're all the dot, and I believe the dot is like just common. So a lot of these I think are commons. But it's just the art that really I like. This Pikachu, I love this Pikachu a lot too. Love me some fat Pikachu. There's another one of that. Haunter, Ghastly, Jinx, which is like pre-censorship. Yikes. Another Ghastly, Vulpix. I know Jess would like that. Ponyta, Jess would definitely like that too. The Pokeflute. Got the thing, Bill, I believe that is. Professor Oak. Some Pokeballs. I remember that card. The fossils. I know the fossils are in here too. Pokedex. I wonder if it's in this pile, but I did have like trade. That's pretty cool. Yeah, White Energy. I love this one. This was pretty cool. Not many energies in here, sadly, which kind of sucks. Like back in the day, this Cloyster, which is looking extra. Well, you know, extra. Just. It's gotta be. There's no coincidence there. They know. They gotta know. Praise Helix, Golduck. But yeah, you know, back in the day, you know, the energies, you wipe your ass with them. You get tired of them. But really nowadays, you know, because the energies now. I gotta go back to Yoshi Pikachu. The thing about energies is now, you know, the older ones. They don't look like that anymore. The card backs don't look like this anymore. So it's just like a cool thing to have, like the older energies, because like I feel like if I were to collect Pokemon cards, I would really just want to collect like a set of energy, or maybe even at least one energy per card set. Every time they changed it, like an energy from here, from this old set, from the Japanese set, from the English set when it was being done by Wizards of the Coast, you know, till now. I just feel like that'd be kind of cool. And hopefully relatively cheap. I don't have no idea. Probably not. But, yeah. That's, again, only a small portion. There's like, it's hard to show on camera how many cards are in here. Because I just really don't have the room. I really don't have the room. That's really all I can say. Let's try to... From like this end of the bag to like that much. A lot of cards, okay? You gotta believe me here. One day, when I get some sleeves for these guys, I'll thumb through them all and show you them. But yeah, like I said, there's some pretty cool stuff in there. Hopefully, you guys know a bit more about classic Japanese sets and Pokemon cards in general. You can guide me, let me know, you know, any information you have on these guys, any information on the cards I showed off, if some of them are like a bit more rare than others. Again, probably not because they're all commons. I think the only two that stood out to me, again, was Yellow Sheik Pikachu and Misty, because I know those two are like the ones that people were freaking out about. But yeah, that's all for me. huge shout out to my patrons. I really appreciate what you guys do for me, supporting the channel and all that. Links to all my like stuff is in the description. And I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and cut.